All right, let's do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
The average American enjoys 120 extraordinary days a year. Feels a little high to me.
Wow.
120. A third of your month, a third of your year is bound to be extraordinary, according to a new study. The poll of 2,000 American, they did a poll of like people who eat at restaurants, basically. So they found average Americans. And they said, hey, how good's this day? And they found out that a third of them are extraordinary.
Extraordinary
What
day?
would make the day extraordinary for you? Like, give me a thing or two that you could classify. That's just that's a high bar there, extraordinary. For me, I think Arkansas winning their Saturday football game makes it what?
Yeah.
It's a good start.
It's cute. It's cute. Your dedication to Arkansas.
It's not cute.
Yeah, it is. Like
No,
every time.
cute is not the term.
Every time something's like awesome, it starts with Arkansas, like a sports.
It's not cute.
What is it? You're dedicated.
I don't like cute.
Okay, it's consistent.
Manly.
You're consistent.
It's what dudes do. You've never been so manly, Bobby. Thanks, Amy. Arkansas wins a big game, football game, or it could be like they play a lot more basketball games, so every basketball win's not extraordinary. But like a big basketball win is good. Or that's about it.
That's it?
For me to like consider it
What
extraordinary.
about like it's sunny and 75?
Don't care. Like,
you wake up with
want to stay
ease.
inside anyway. Well, if I get more than 6 hours sleep, I'm on the right track to it being a good day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you just say extraordinary, what comes to my mind is like a big Razorback football win. That day is extraordinary for me. You?
Yeah, I want to wake up feeling great. I want it to be awesome weather. I want to be outside, like on some sort of a hike. If we're with family, I'm not irritable.
Yeah, that's extraordinary.
That's only and that's only like 1 week out of the month. That I'm not
man.
irritable.
Well, that's 1 out of 4.
With
25% of the time.
Hormones and all the things. Because I'm aware of it. I'm aware when I'm irritable, and I'm like, why am I being irritable? And I try to rewire.
Coincidence. I'm
what's
also
happening.
aware when you're irritable.
I know I send that energy out, and it sucks.
That's okay. You're good.
But
We've done this for almost 20 years now.
I know, but it used to be like at least 2 good weeks out of the month, and now it's dwindling.
Lunchbox.
Oh, sleep in. Kids don't wake me up early. My wife makes breakfast. I get a good run in, get a nap in. Kids don't fight all day, and then at night,
What's the slap of the hands?
wife's in the mood.
Eddie?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to start with the weather because, like, if the weather's good, I'll take the top off in the Jeep. That's, like, always puts me in a happy mood. And then I think Lunchbox nailed it. Kids don't fight. Man, that'd be great. If there are no arguments going on with the kids, that's a happy day.
SWNS Digital with that story.
Oh, and
slap. If you have a love bite, a hickey, they say how to make it not blow up on you and get bigger is to put ice on it almost immediately.
who gets hickeys?
I don't.
Like, who does that?
I don't know.
Oh,
But
they said recently Taylor Swift had
Yeah,
one.
she did on her neck.
the first remedy for healing hickeys is to just put ice on it.
Or a frozen spoon.
Yeah, anything that's super cold.
Okay.
So for those out there listening that are getting hickeys, it's done with.
That's the universal
Why don't we
sound.
have hickeys anymore? I mean, we used to get hickeys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because
it's like
we
passionate.
understand we understand that if you put pressure on parts of the body where the blood flow is a bit different, like neck, where the skin, the cartilage, the skin, it hickeys up fast. So you don't suck on that part.
Yeah. I mean,
But it usually happens early in a relationship.
Yeah, because you're like going
Yeah,
hard.
when
Correct.
you're
Correct.
man, those were the days,
when you're
man.
younger.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're older, you're just like, all right, let's go.
It's like marking your territory.
But you have,
No, but also when you're older, it's
you
like
go to
you
jobs.
also know.
Not to do that.
Yeah, especially where not to do that.
Right.
Nature's fat burner, they say, is basking in the sun. Common wisdom says people are less hungry on sunny, hot days. UV radiation lowers levels of hunger hormones in the body, but a simultaneous increase in the stress hormone, I don't know how to say that word, increases the breakdown of fat. So it's not an unhealthy thing or even that people know, but they found that people just out in the sun because of those two factors, they find that. Also, it's like if it's a nice day, you go outside and you're just active.
Sure.
They didn't put that in the study.
What about the sweat? Like, does that help burn fat?
I don't think the sweat itself. I think what you do to make yourself sweat
I always
probably
thought like
helps.
the sweat process is the fat burning coming out of your body.
Like it's
detoxing
melting.
you.
You think
Yeah.
that's melted fat.
Yeah, that's what I
that's
always thought it
interesting.
was.
That's interesting. I don't think that's true. That's interesting.
I'm no doctor. I don't know.
You aren't. That's right. The world's most expensive feather sold at an auction from BBC. A single feather of the now extinct New Zealand Huai bird has set a world record. This single feather sold for $28,417.
That's crazy.
I was surprised I got it for that much.
Yeah, okay.
It's me. No, that's crazy. The feather, which was predicted to make about $3,000, ended up making $28,000. The Huai bird is sacred to a certain group of people. Their feathers were often worn as headpieces by the chiefs of the tribe, and their families also gifted and traded them. The last confirmed sighting of this actual bird was 1907.
That's cool.
So the feather went for a whole lot of money. Although it looks like just a feather that you find near the lake.
What color is it?
But I'm sure it's
Mallard,
been,
like dark brown mallard.
Oh, cool.
what do your things get done? Graded. It's been graded.
Cards. Yeah, the feather's been graded.
Yeah.
Authenticated.
Yes.
Yes. Katy Perry says Ariana Grande is, quote, the best singer of our generation. Katy Perry has spent 7 seasons on American Idol. She's also a huge pop star, obviously, and she says Ariana Grande is the best. Can't argue with that. Also the best. Everybody gets to make their own the best.
What do you call that? Subjective?
Yeah. So who's the best singer?
Okay, so not including like
Don't care.
Overall
I'm just,
performance,
No, I'm
it's
just
just
asking
like-
straight up. Like when I ask the question, who comes to mind?
Taylor Swift, but
Singer?
Taylor
okay,
Swift?
see, that's why I said overall. Like,
Like
I'm
vocalist.
thinking like
Vocalist.
okay, vocally.
Singer?
Okay,
Singer?
there you go. That's why I said. Are we?
I love Taylor
are we
Swift.
counting
Yeah, but
in
so
the
much
performance?
singer.
I'll go Shay from Dan and Shay.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Elite. He doesn't have bad notes. He's great. Shay.
Yeah, he's never.
There are other
off.
textured tonal singers that I like, but I wouldn't say just purely the best. Shay's probably the best. I think Lauren Elaine is
Yes.
really clean and clear, and underappreciated because he does have a distinct voice and kind of a gravelly voice. But Luke Combs can really sing, and he can hold pitch really well.
Yeah.
Like, so those 3 are great.
Those make sense vocally. Yes.
And Taylor.
I just went over. I was overall like superstar. They
Yeah.
all.
Like Adele would be
That's
like.
who
Yeah,
I was thinking.
Adele.
Never heard her sing in person though.
Well, yeah, good point.
I agree.
Oh.
I agree with you, but I've never heard her sing in person. I've never heard Celine Dion sing in person.
That's
like
what I was
the-
going to say.
The great.
Bruno Mars is like really good, right?
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
heard him sing in person.
Carrie Underwood.
Oh gosh,
I've
she's
sang
awesome.
with Carrie before at the Rhyme, and we did a duet, and I was like, oh, she started singing. It made me not want to sing.
Dude, we had her in the we had her like in the recording studio for one of our albums, and that was unbelievable.
I missed that day,
You did. You weren't there.
but yeah, I remember singing with her. We both came out on the Rhyme, and we're doing a funny song we wrote, and I do my part, and then it's like Carrie Underwood, everybody. She comes out and she starts singing. It's like an alien coming out of her throat.
Oh man.
It was that good.
Ooh, I'll say Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
She can sing.
There you go.
And we
I
have seen her live.
I saw her with
yeah.
Tony Bennett, and I mean, I was shocked that she could sing so well.
Yeah, really good singer. North Carolina man shares half of his $100,000 lottery prize with a friend. A North Carolina man kept up his end of the pact that was made years ago, and he split it, one on a scratch-off. He said his first move was going to his buddy because they made an agreement that if either one of us won a big prize, we'd split it. His buddy didn't pay for it with him. They just made the deal. So he's going to do some home improvement projects, but he split it with his buddy. There you go.
Can we do that here?
Thoughts? What do you mean?
Here's the problem. If your buddy, you have to maintain a certain level of investment in buying lottery tickets. If I'm the only one still playing, I'm not doing it.
But you don't know the other guy wasn't playing.
Right. But if I'm spending $100 a week and you're only spending $5 a week, we ain't splitting it.
But what if we say here, like, hey, if any one of us wins the lottery, come on, let's all split.
No, because you wouldn't buy lottery tickets and you just wait for me to win.
Sometimes we do though, as a
But
group.
we wouldn't wait for you to win. You've never won.
Right, but I'm
We
saying
wouldn't be
anyone-
like, we're really counting on the day Lunchbox wins.
you would say that agreement, but if you're not buying lottery tickets, you're just hoping I win, then you get a split. That doesn't seem like a good deal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You'd have to agree to spend a certain amount.
Sounds pretty contractual.
That's what I'm-
And I don't know what their deal was, but they just both agreed that if they won, they'd split it.
Sounds cool.
They must both
Like each
play
other.
the same amount ish.
Oh.
Ish. Yeah, like each other. A lot of people probably wouldn't have went to their buddy and paid that off. All right, that's the news. Thank you.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
Over the past 30 days, here are the top 5 rejected segments from you guys that we've not been able to do for different reasons. Either they were dangerous or boring or a combination. Rejected segments.
Rejected segments.
Number 5.
Number 5.
And I put this in the category of... That's Z.
Boring?
Yeah. Morgan submitted, I did something for the very first time. I changed grocery stores.
Hey, this is
Okay.
very exciting as an adult. Okay?
Is it?
You go somewhere for your whole life, and then all of a sudden you change. It's a big change in your life.
Well, you haven't gone there your whole life.
I did
Yeah.
Walmart for my childhood, and then my entire adult 20s, I was at Kroger, and then all of a sudden I went to Publix, and I felt like I was in a whole new world.
All right, thank you.
Hey, cool.
Rejected segments.
Number 4.
This one I wrote in parentheses, lols. Because there's just a self-importance here that I don't think the person has an understanding of. It's not real. Lunchbox, his mind was blown that people didn't know what he looked like just because they had heard him on the show. He feels like every single person who's ever listened to us has looked us up.
Interesting.
No.
And he actually wrote mind blown that people didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah, 100%. We met some listeners, and it was at the iHeart Festival in Austin, and they were like, oh my gosh, we listen every day, and they knew everything about the show. They're like, I can't believe this is what you guys look like. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, this is the first time we've ever seen you guys.
I would say it's not common,
I said, hold on.
but it's not.
And these people were like, they weren't dating, but they were like best friends, and one was from Oklahoma, one was from Dallas. And they're like, yeah, they were in their 30s. And I was like, you guys don't use social media? Like, you don't look at us? It was so crazy
I'm
to
sure
me.
they use it. Maybe that we don't rank up in their top things that they remember to search.
No. They literally talk about the show every day. Like, she listens in Oklahoma, he listens in Dallas, and they'll call each other and talk about it. But they have never seen us. I was just like, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It is kind of crazy because, like, back in the day when you heard a guy on the radio, you never knew what he looked like.
Never knew.
Like, you couldn't even find out what he looked like.
Right.
Unless you later on went to the website.
90% of America is on social media, and they're on it all the time. Look at it. Just walk down the street. Everybody's on
But
their
that
phone.
doesn't mean they're looking us up. We're not that important to some people where they enjoy us and must go and follow us. And I hope you do, and I think that's rare, but I don't think it's mind blown.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I mean, they were just like, wow. And I was just like,
Usually they think Lunchbox is bigger or black.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The bigger I hear a lot.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I thought he was a black guy. He's
No,
not big
he's
either.
not.
Yeah. Okay, this one. Let's go next one.
Number 3.
If we did this, I wrote we'd never get a guest. So Mike D suggested the Friday morning roast. If a big artist wants to come by to promote their album, we have to do a segment with them in here where we roast them before we do the promote them.
Oh, gosh, that'd be so awkward.
Not bad.
I mean, that
It
could
would
be
be
fun.
fun if it was one of our friends, but they have to be really close to us because roasts, I enjoy roasts. When I write like monologue jokes, they're funny roast, happy roast for the most part, but I can only do that to people I either really like or really don't like. And so, or really know. But yeah, we couldn't do that with like people that we just kind of know.
Do you remember when Tyler Hubbard came in here and you were like, do an impression of him? And I was like, in front of him, I was like, yeah, baby. He looked at me like, cool, man, not funny.
Awkward. Not really a roast,
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
just
roasted.
imitating.
but
him,
awkward,
but
yeah. But this would also be awkward if we didn't know them and we're like, hey, look at you, you're stupid.
It would be
Yeah.
like if Brian Kelly came in and
I'll
you
roast
told
him.
that joke
I'll roast him.
to his face.
Like I said, some people I
Dude.
like, some people I don't.
There may be like a fight afterwards.
Yeah.
Right, it would just be weird. Artists wouldn't come in to get roasted. A couple would because we know them and they know it all being good fun.
Yeah.
Like John Party.
Oh, yeah, that'd
Who-
be fun.
I love John, know John. We hang out socially sometimes. He could come in and take it, but not all. Kane could probably come in and take it.
Oh, yeah,
There's a
for sure.
There's a friendship
Luke
outside
Bryan?
of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Luke, yeah, Luke
Yeah.
probably take it too. But only, we can't do the roast. Stop talking myself into it. Stop.
I know. I think it's
Next
actually
up,
a good idea.
rejected segments.
Number 2.
This one is labeled, nice try, Clickbait, Eddie.
Oh.
Eddie's headline that he sent me was, I slept on the couch last night.
Oh, he fell asleep on the couch watching TV.
So I was like, okay, we may want to talk about this, or it may be so crazy we may not want to talk about it right now, but talk about it in 3 months when it's not an issue anymore. And so I wrote, had a rough night. My wife hadn't been sleeping well, so I slept on the couch.
Hey, nailed it. That was clickbait.
Eddie.
Hey,
That's like-
sometimes you just have a great title for something. and you
That's
just put
called
it up.
clickbait.
Like the time you found quote unquote underwear in your
did.
car and you didn't know who it
Oh, my
belonged
wife
to.
thinks I'm.
And it
That
was
was- that was
a
true, though.
kid's
Headband.
face mask.
Yeah.
It looked like underwear.
It had one hole.
And then finally in rejected segments,
Number 1.
this one I titled Everybody Loses. Mike D said, I saw that Eddie's wife is now selling her art. I had no idea she was an artist. Can we hire her to do a nude portrait of Lunchbox and then auction it off for charity? To which I thought, everybody loses. Eddie's wife,
Oh, she would hate that.
the listeners, Lunchbox. Everybody
Well,
loses that
ch-
one.
The charity would win.
It's true.
I
Yeah,
don't know
the
about
money-
how
yeah.
much.
You know how
but-
sometimes charities don't want to be associated with certain things, even if it does bring them money? But Eddie's wife is quite the artist. It's really cool.
Oh, yeah, man.
But I don't think she, I don't know, ask her, run it by her, see if she wants to
I
do a
will.
nude photo of Lunchbox.
I'll see what she says.
That's rejected segments.
Rejected segments.
Thank you. This is Ashley Cook, Your Place, Bobby Bone Show. Heads up, tomorrow night, Eddie and I will be at the St. Louis Cardinals baseball game. Going to work out with the team tomorrow, and then we'll be at the game tomorrow night. So if any of our listeners in St. Louis or any of the other areas are at the game or thinking about going to the game, we'll be there.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know where we're going to be sitting. I don't know anything except we're going to be there. And I'm sure we're not going to be that hard to find because, well,
Why?
well, I don't know. I figure some of you guys will be having lots of beers.
Yeah. We've already talked about this.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be that.
And peanuts.
Especially after y'all do a hard workout.
Right.
Just relax.
Anyway, I'll be at the Cardinals game tomorrow night.
But if y'all are working out with the team, is there a chance that they're
We get
like,
put in the game?
Yeah.
Nope,
Ooh.
not at all.
Really? DH? Nothing? Okay.
Why not? Probably didn't make
what
the
is
roster.
DH?
What do you think it means? DH.
Dugout huddler?
Ooh.
Close.
Dude, I could totally be a bad
Dugout
boy.
hyper upper?
Designated hitter.
Oh.
You wouldn't be a boy, Eddie. You'd be a man.
Batman.
You'd be Batman.
Ooh, it's even better.
You'd be Batman. Okay, next up, do you want to do more of the movie segment where I tell somebody else they're not in the movie?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, are we
Yes.
going to get
It's
to
definitely,
the...
it's definitely a bit. It's turned into a bit,
Yeah,
but
for how much longer?
I don't know. But I'll reset it. We'll talk a little more about it. Somebody on the show has been offered a movie role. It hasn't been said who yet. We'll come back. Maybe I'll do it next segment. Maybe I'll just reveal the whole thing next segment.
Cool.
We'll see what kind of mood I'm in.
Okay.
It is a Christmas movie, though. Thank you. All right, back in a minute. Let's play voicemail number 3, Raymundo.
You know, I was thinking, so Morgan lost the draft, and she always wins. I think her popularity is starting to go down. So I think the boyfriend is killing her popularity because I think her popularity was boosted by all these simps out here who want to date her. So, yeah, thoughts on that, Morgan?
Morgan, you have a new boyfriend. Maybe it should have just been like a boy band from the late 90s where it's like, just say you're single.
Yeah.
So people keep liking you. Morgan, do you think that could affect your losing the drafts lately?
You know, I haven't thought about it, but I guess I also didn't think that I had a lot of simps out there either. So that's new information for me.
She dumps this dude because she finds out she has simps.
What is a
love her.
simp?
It's somebody that's simple, easy. It's a person. It's like a normal person. That's,
How do you know this? Like,
what do you think simp is?
Well, I was
don't
trying to
know.
think of single income male. I was like,
Prospect.
Prospect.
A simp is like a
Prospect.
simple person. A still,
I was like,
foolish,
huh.
somebody that'll fall for anything.
Dude, you're
Simple.
so in touch with the kid lingo.
Simps.
I didn't even feel like that's not even new.
No, it is. New.
it's
I've
new.
never heard that.
That's last couple weeks.
I've never heard that in my life.
not new.
It's not new.
But it's new here.
It's somebody who you kind of like are infatuated with someone. You're kind of simp after them.
Yeah, and you can simp on
Yeah.
anything.
After him?
Yeah,
like
I'm not. I'm cooler than you guys, but I'm not that much cooler than you guys.
You're in touch
so
with all that
teach
stuff.
me how to use it in a sentence that something I would say.
Like you're a simp over George Strait.
Oh, okay. So if I was on George's Instagram, I could be like, I simp you.
No,
I don't think that's what you would say. No,
Yeah, do it.
So it's the same thing as a stan.
No, simps are a little dumber. They'll fall for anything, or they know they'll fall for anything. They're just do. But they can be in the same, like the old 3 circles.
Yeah, right in
Familiar
the
with
middle
that?
where they share each other.
Right, in the shared space.
Yeah.
Venn diagram.
There's some Venn
Venn.
diagram crossover between simps and stans, yes. But one doesn't have to be the other.
Got it.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to use that one today.
So do I, Sims.
Somewhere.
So do
I,
we
I don't use it.
like,
I just
so-
know it.
So Morgan has some simps.
Like it's not even a current term anymore, but I never used lit, but I knew what it meant.
Oh, I use cap now.
Well,
No,
yeah.
that-
Nah, you're capping. You're capping, man.
You don't use that. I've
Yeah, I
never
do.
once heard you use that. And if you did, I'd be like, stop being a simp, dude. I'm going to play Bailey Zimmerman. We're going to come back. Hold on. Where it ends, Bobby Bones Show. quick, and I do understand the frustration of some of our listeners. They're like, oh, this is a bit. Yes, it's a bit, but the show does not know what's going on. I got an email 2 years ago. I didn't know it was 2 years. And they were like, hey, we want Amy to come have a part in this movie. Can she do it? And I was like, of course she can do it. But she needs time off work. Of course she can do it. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't allow that. I have 84 jobs. So she goes and does it. She kills it. The movie comes out. It's called Holiday Harmony. It's on Max. Amy has a really strong cameo in it. So check it out. And so that comes and goes. We did a whole bit there too, because at the time it was novel. Somebody got offered a movie role. I got an email about a week ago. Forgot to bring it to the show. And just randomly I was like, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. And then my head goes, oh, how can we make this a bit? So it's a bit. But the show does not know. And I've cut from the possibility that who the executive producer asked me if they could do the movie. I've cut Abby, Morgan, Ray. That's it, huh?
And Mike.
And Mike D, yeah. Okay, so it's a Christmas movie, which I accidentally revealed. So what does that make you think? Who do you think it could be?
Me.
Why you? It's you thinking it's you, but why do you think it's you?
Because they need someone that envelops the Christmas spirit.
Envelops?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't that it?
I don't think that's what you're looking for, but
Yeah, envelops.
go ahead.
So they see me as a Christmas person. I really like Christmas, favorite holiday. Love getting gifts, and I'd be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy, who do you think it is?
I deep down hope that it's me because I love Christmas movies and it's what I've always wanted. And doing that other Christmas movie was so great, and I wanted to do another one. Even took more acting lessons after that. Should have taken them before I did the movie, but took them after the movie. And I just want to keep my expectations in check, though. So I'm gonna say it's Lunchbox.
Eddie, who do you think it is?
I'm starting to lose hope that it's not me. I think it's Amy, and I think she's acting right now, acting like she doesn't know she has a movie
I
role.
promise you.
No, I have
the
no.
person doesn't.
I don't know.
They don't know.
I mean, I don't want to say too much.
I want it to be me so bad, though, dude.
Yeah.
So I'll cut somebody.
Ugh.
I'll tell you who it's not. Okay?
Go ahead.
You're going to tell us who it's not.
I'm gonna tell you who it's not.
So it's going to be down to 2?
I'm gonna tell you who it's not.
Okay.
I've messed up by saying a few things, and I've heard the hints and what I've said, and I'm just trying to be as generic as possible. It is not.
They don't want the Hispanic cop.
Come on, man.
on.
Cut one of them.
It's not Amy.
Oh, my God.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, my gosh.
This is huge.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry. It's
I'm
not Amy.
excited for whomever it is. but-
Amy, I swore they were going to do Holiday Harmony Part 2, 3, 4, 5.
It could be Amy for something else. I don't know, but this thing that I was emailed was not Amy.
Oh my goodness. We're going to Hollywood.
So
Oh, my. Can I take the family? Do they have
Yeah, yeah, what do we do
they
with
have
the kids?
childcare out there on set?
it's not Amy.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not gonna bring
don't
anybody
have to
back
keep saying
in. Nothing. I'm just. But okay. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
it. So tomorrow or so, if we have a minute, I'll. Well, no, we'll maybe announce who it is.
It's Feliz Navidad. That's what it is. A very Mexican
man.
Christmas.
I got a question.
That's all for now.
I got a question.
Thank you.